Hi guys, welcome to my new YouTube channel. This is going to be my first video. As you can probably see behind me, we're still in the process of turning this from a storage room into my studio. But I really wanted to just jump in. Like, I've been dying to make these videos and I've been waiting because I wanted my space set up or because I wanted a better camera, all this stuff. And I was like, you know what? I'm just going to do it because that's how it goes. Not everybody has a big fancy vanity or a big fancy studio room to do their makeup or really nice cameras. So your girl's just gonna do it, okay? So today I'm gonna jump in and do just a really simple look. I have to go to work today. I'm gonna go serve some beers and wings for Super Bowl. So I wanna do something that's simple but also like full coverage and matte enough that it'll hold, because I'll probably be at work for 8 or 9 hours today, and if any of it moves then I'm gonna freak out. So let's get started. First thing that I always do is moisturize. Right now I'm using the Volgasmic from Glam Glow. I really like the product. After I bought all the products though, I found out that they are not cruelty free, which is really sad. So I don't know that I'll continue to use them or like continue to buy them, but I already have this. It works really well. I don't want to waste money because then it's kind of like I gave them money just to throw it away. That doesn't make any sense. So I'm going to use it until it's gone and then not buy their products anymore until they are cruelty free. Next thing that I'm going to do is get my skin primed for foundation. I use 2 primers because I really like the Smashbox Photo Finish because I feel like it really smooths everything out, and I really like how it feels on my face because it's not really heavy. But I do have really big pores. You probably can't see with my iPhone 10, but you might be able to. Really big pores in this area and then in my T-zone. So I like to use Benefit Professional right in that area just to kind of cover up all those pores, because your girl don't be walking around with giant pores, okay? So I've been using this foundation, Fenty. I am shade 150, which is like a light neutral color. You have to shake it really well if you are using it for the full time. I like this one a lot just because I like Riri a lot. And I was on the hunt for this shade for a long time because I couldn't find it anywhere. I went to like 4 different Sephoras. They didn't have it. I tried to order it online at Fenty.com. They didn't have it. So finally, Sephora got it in my shade. And I like it a lot. It is not quite as full coverage as I would hope for from a foundation. But it's nice because you can kind of build up on it. And then especially if you're like using a concealer as your highlighter, it works totally fine. First I stipple it on with like this foundation brush. I just went on Amazon and got a brush set that had good ratings, and I think I got like 15 brushes for $25. And the brand is Anju. I don't know. They are nice for beginners. They're not super soft, and I don't actually have like all of the brushes that I want, if that makes sense. Like the brushes that they have are great, but they're not exactly what I want from each individual brush. There's something that I'm like, okay, well, I'm not into the way that this does this or whatever. So I will be working on getting some Morphe brushes, but for now, this is gonna work just fine. This video is gonna be like the true test because I'm just filming on my iPhone. I don't have good lighting yet. I don't have a background. I don't have like editing software, so I'm not really sure how I'm going to edit this and put it up online. I'm just brand new, and I think that that's okay because like I really just want to share, you know, what I do for my makeup, because I always get compliments and people saying like, oh, I love how you did your makeup today, or I wish I could do makeup like you. And honestly, like the only reason that I'm even good at it is because I just practiced. And so I just kind of want to show everyone, like, you don't have to have the best of everything to be good at makeup. You just have to try and practice and find what works for you. So yeah. I'm going to do a little bit more foundation just to get a little bit more full coverage, and then I'm going to blend into my neck a little bit. I've already wet my beauty blender. It's dirty. Sorry. I use the Real Technique blenders because they are super soft, but they're also dense, so they don't like absorb a whole lot, and they grow really big when you get them wet. And your girl likes it when it grows big. So I also like to spray my beauty blender with a spray. Right now I'm using this one, Mario Badescu, because then it gives it just like a little bit of a dewy finish, and it feels really soft, and it makes my skin smell really good. And those are all things that I really like, okay? So just go back over and really get, especially in this pore area, I try and really get in there. It's like my personal battle every day. It's so funny because I'll sit and like do my makeup at home and I'm like, yes girl, you look so good. And then these bathrooms that we've got at work have the worst lighting in the entire fucking world, and I'll be in there and I'm just like, what is happening? It's not good, but it's okay. We're just gonna try our best. By the way, if you don't already know me in real life, you're gonna have to get used to the fact that I swear a lot. I'm sorry, not really sorry. That's how I talk in my normal life. I'm not gonna pretend to be somebody I'm not just for a YouTube channel. I'm fucking weird and I like to say the F word a whole lot. So get used to it, girl. Okay. It's all set. Like I said, I got a little bit of dewiness, which I like because if I go super matte, then I just look fake. Not even plasticky, because plastic is shiny. I don't know, it just doesn't look real to me. So I go a little bit dewy, and then I'll set my under eyes so that it's not quite as shiny, and it'll all work out, okay? Something I'm super excited about is I finally got Tarte Shape Tape, which every beauty blogger that I watch says that this is the creme de creme. Creme de la creme. I don't know. I'm fair neutral, so the cool thing about this is it's super full coverage, so you don't need a lot of product. It's got this huge applicator, which I love because it covers a lot of ground, and it's like really smooth, and it doesn't feel super heavy on your skin, which I like a lot. Do a couple down here, a little right there. Another thing that I really like about this is it blends out really well. So it doesn't take a lot to kind of move it all around. I like to bring it up on my eye so that I can use it for a primer for my eyeshadow. Today I did my foundation first before I do my eyeshadow. Sometimes I do my eyeshadow first. It really just depends. If I'm going with like a cut crease or something that's really sharp and really precise, then I'll do my eye first. That way, if I need to clean it up at all, I can use my concealer and foundation to clean it up. Today, I'm just gonna do a little bit more simplified. I mean, I'm sure I'll have a pop of color in there because that's just who I am as a person, but no cut crease today. Ain't got time for that. For the most part, it covers like my dark circles. I do have a little bit of bagginess, but ain't no concealer gonna fix that. Your girl just needs some more sleep, okay? Next thing that I'm gonna do is take a cream bronzer. I use this little palette from e.l.f. As you can see, it is well loved. Did I say e.l.f.? It's e.l.f. Okay, that's alright. And then I really only do this to carve out my cheekbones because I need all the help that I can get in that area, you know. And I'm just using this to kind of stipple it in there. Woo! We went way too low on that one. It's alright. That's not gonna work very well, Mackenzie. And then I like to use a brush like this to blend out my cream contour. I wish I had one that was a little bit like shorter and denser, because this is really nice and soft, but I would like to get something that's a little bit more, I don't know, like the bristles just don't move around so much, you know what I mean? Because the denseness really helps rub it all in there and get a nice color. Blend it out without looking patchy. It's the only thing that I don't love about this contour is that it comes out looking pretty patchy sometimes. So really gotta blend it in there. Yes. Yeah. Oh my god. I just like repeat old vines. It died so long ago, but I can't let it go. Next thing I'm gonna do is set my under eye. I like to use Laura Mercier setting powder. And no, I didn't actually pay for this myself. My friend bought it for me for Christmas. That's okay though. This is one of my favorite products that I own. It's super beautiful and it makes me feel like a goddess. I mostly just do it under my under eye. Sometimes I'll do a little cut, but I don't think I'm gonna do that today. Just to give it that set so that my under eyes don't start creasing as the day goes on with the concealer. It's looking pretty good. Actually, you know what? I think I am just gonna do a little bit more. Where's the brush I want? This is the brush I'm gonna use for that. Just tap a little bit out into the lid. And just do a little bit all over. Like I said, I gotta go to work and be there for 8 to 9 hours. I really don't want to have a bunch of creasing or like look like I'm 80 years old by the end of the day, so a little bit of setting powder all over will be nice. I'm not gonna bake for too long either, just because I want to keep it a little bit less cakey today. I'm just gonna throw on some brows. Just got my brows done, so they're really good shape right now. Normally I would like draw them in super heavy, but since they're looking pretty good, I'm just gonna do a little bit of a fill-in with some powder and Anastasia brow powder duo in chocolate. It's well loved. I love it very much. And then this is just the e.l.f. duo pen or brush. So it's got the sharp angle for your brows and then the spoolie. It's really nice. They only cost $3 and I like that. I like that a lot. Gonna do some brush-like strokes right in there. Yes, girl. Yes, 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 yes. That girl did a good job on my brows. I did find out yesterday, though, that I am super sensitive to waxing because I got, like, fucking welts under my eyes. I had to ice my eyes for, like, 2 hours. And now they look fine, and they look great, in great shape and everything, but I don't know. It's the first time that I've had my brows done professionally in, like, I don't even know. I feel like it's been since I was like 16, so almost 9 years. How's that even possible? I mean, I've been doing them by myself for a long time, but I just wanted to get them done by somebody else to kind of even them out because they weren't twins. They weren't even sisters. They were like distant cousins. They were not looking good. So I got them evened out a little bit. Probably just going to be really careful if I go get them waxed again. Make sure that I don't have anything to do for 4 hours after I get my brows waxed in case I get welts. Pamplemousse, give me life. Brows done. We're gonna do some shadow. Let's see. I'm gonna use my Jaclyn Hill palette. This is my favorite palette. I love Morphe palettes. I only have this one currently, but I use one of my girlfriends all the time. Actually, I think she has like 3 of them that I've used. Anyway, I'm getting a new one for Valentine's Day, and then I'll probably get a few more after that. But I love them. They are the most bang for your buck. This one's a little bit more expensive just because it's a collab with Jaclyn Hill, who, if you don't know, is like an amazing YouTube beauty influencer. If you don't follow her already, you're crazy, go follow her. But 35 colors and let's see, 35 colors. They're all super pigmented. There's some mattes, there's some shimmers, and I think this one was less than $40. But all of their other palettes that aren't like collabs are $23 for 35 shades. You can't go wrong with that shit. Okay, I think we're gonna go with some pink and gold to match my little bee. So the first thing that I like to do when I start going for my eyeshadow is to build up a little bit of base color so that this non-color up here blends a little bit more so that you don't end up having like half and half. Does that make sense? So no matter what color I'm going for my overall look, I always start with a color. Usually I do this one right here, just kind of like a more light natural shade that I'll put high up in my crease just to start kind of building color and having a neutral base in there, I guess is what that's called. And as I move on, I'll use a little bit darker, and then I will just go a little bit lower with each color that I use. Yes, so good. Next, we're gonna go a little bit darker, so we're gonna go to this one right here. Like I said, just move a little bit lower each time, just so you're building up these transition colors so that your eyelid doesn't have that stark difference when you start packing in the real color, okay? So I'm actually gonna move and steal some color from this one. Oh, my palettes are so dirty. So Modern Renaissance by Anastasia. I like this one a lot too. And I'm gonna go with this color right here, Love Letter. And I'm just gonna put that right on the outer lid and then bring it through my crease. And then I'm probably gonna bring it a little bit over here also and just leave room right in the center of the lid. This palette, and actually pretty much every Anastasia palette that I've worked with, has a lot of fallout. So make sure that you are tapping out your brush every time that you're going in, because otherwise you'll end up with all of your eyeshadow down here, and I can't deal with that. I can't. That's a big reason why I started out by doing my eyeshadow before I was doing my foundation, and I did that for a really long time. But then what was ended up happening is like I would have different colors in here because I didn't have foundation, and it's just, you know, a work in progress. You just learn little things as you go along, and you learn what works for you and what doesn't work for you. Everyone is totally different, so something that works for me might not work well for you. That's okay. Don't have to get up in my comments and be like, you have no idea what the fuck you're talking about. Guess what? I'm not a makeup artist. I have never taken a class on how to do makeup. I've never done anybody's makeup besides my own. I'm not a professional. I'm not any of that. I just love doing my own makeup. I love watching tutorials. I love watching different influencers on YouTube and Instagram and trying out new products. And like I said, stuff that might work for me might not work for you. But don't rain on my parade. Let's all have fun doing our own thing, okay? So next I'm going to take this brush. It's a really good round but flat brush, which is really good for applying precisely where you want it. And then what I like to do if I'm doing a shimmer color is I always wet my brush because it helps attach it, and then it helps stick in there a little bit better instead of applying, and then you get all this fallout and it's just a mess. I don't like it. So you can use setting spray. I'm going to keep using my Mario Badisco because if I used setting spray, I would be buying setting spray every single week because I like that stuff a lot. Okay. Then we're just gonna apply it right in here. Wow. Such pigment. just kind of tapping it around to apply the color, but also disperse it a little bit so it's a little bit blended. If you need to, you can always go back in with your blending brush. Yes. Oh, I forgot to show you. If you have the Jaclyn palette, it's this one right here. Okay, I'm gonna jump off to do my liner and my lashes, and then I'll come back and we can finish up with the bronzer and the highlighter and the lip. BRB. So I got my wings on, but I changed my mind. I'm not gonna wear lashes today because I just got this new mascara. Benefit just put it out this week and I'm really excited about it. It's called Bad Girl Bang. I like it a lot. I tested it out a little bit yesterday. I like it because it's got this really nice bristle. Lots of product comes out on it, which I really appreciate. And when you put it on, it just kind of like glides onto your brows. And that is amazing to me. It's got good separating power, nice length, not a whole lot of volume, but I'm also used to wearing falsies every single day. So this is a change for me. But, I mean, it looks pretty freaking good, guys. And I just picked up the small, like, travel size at Ulta for 12 bucks. And the full one, I think she said, is $24. I just wanted to try it out before I committed, you know. See? They look pretty good. I like it. I mean, I think it's worth it if you are looking not to be spending so much money on lashes. You don't like wearing lashes, whatever your deal is. This is a good hit for me. Favorite powder bronzer, NYX Matte. I use Dark Tan. It's wunderbar. It's got the nice little mirror in it. I'm gonna use a nice, like, flatter brush. This will be perfect for it. Oh, bronze girl, yes. Wow, we can see, take it down a notch. I'm just so excited to be finally doing this. And I know everyone's gonna be like, that girl is freaking weird. I don't want to watch her. But, I mean, I don't know. I feel like I really like the beauty influencers who have a lot of personality, and you can see that they're silly and they're having fun and they're actually enjoying what they're doing. Like, you know, Laura Lee, Manny MUA, Nikki Tutorials. Like, those are just a couple of my favorites off the top. And I just like them a lot because they're super fun and funny, and you can tell that, like, they're real people. And wow, I could be one of those people too. That bronzer though, this is my, I lied. Highlight's not my favorite part. Bronzer's my favorite part because I kind of feel like I was meant to be a Kardashian, but that's okay. I'm gonna just take a nice little flat brush to do my nose. Just a little bit. Don't need no brown nose. Hello, Tallulah. Did you come to join in on the fun? What you doing? Hi. I love you. Oh. Oh, that's too much. Oh, good. I like to do just a little bit of blush, and I don't really like a super pink one, so I have this from Tarte. It's called Feisty. It's the Amazonian Clay 12-hour brush. It's a little bit more of a peach tone. Just bring a little bit of life back in my face now that I fucking full coveraged everything out of there. Ooh, girl. Ooh, girl. Time for highlight. I use Naked Illuminated. It comes with this little, so fancy. And on the bottom part, it's got this nice little fan brush. And I use this religiously because I don't have another fan brush. Normally I would spray it, but since I'm trying to be just a smidge low-key today, I'm not going to spray it. But normally you girls be blinded bitches with the highlight. Oh yes. See, I mean, even not spraying it, it's got a really nice on camera, you can see. So beautiful. Yes, girl, yes. Yes, girl, yes, yes. Do a needle up here and a needle right there. And then take a brush like this. Let go down my nose a little, right on the cupid's bow, and then along the brow bone. And like I said, if you really want to intensify your highlight, just give it a couple sprays from either like a setting spray or any kind of facial spray, because being wet, it'll pack it in there and then it'll set on your face and it'll be really nice. Last but not least, we're gonna get the lips on. Always gotta get the foundation and everything off of my lips, otherwise it just doesn't work. You like it, doesn't it? Alright, something that I just picked up that I'm really excited about is this invisible lip liner from Lipstick Queen. I've always had a really hard time with lip liner because I don't know, I just couldn't figure out what I was doing. And then plus I'm like, really, I have to buy a new lip liner for every shade that I have? That's so frustrating and annoying. I just don't like it. So this works perfectly because you don't have to buy a new one for every shade. Even if you mess up, you can't see it because it's invisible. So it works out perfectly. But it keeps your lipstick from bleeding, and if you want to put it all over your lips, it'll help hold it a little bit more and just give it a nice base to sit on. Okay, so I'm gonna do this NYX Butter lipstick, and the shade is Root Beer Float. I have all of these little guys because I did the NYX advent calendar this year, and that's what really got me into like sharing my makeup and showing people what I'm doing. Lots of people on Snapchat were like super excited about me showing it every day, so that's like how all of this started off and why I decided I was gonna do this YouTube channel. Okay. I love these butter lipsticks. They have butter lipsticks, they have butter glosses. They all just feel so good on your lips. Finally, we are going to set. We're using the NYX Matte Finish Spray. This is really nice. I like it a lot. I really like NYX products a lot, actually, because they're really inexpensive. They work really well. Not all of them, but because I have found a couple of things that I'm like, oh, that's just not for me. But for the most part, they're really good. And if you don't like them, it's like I only spent, you know, $8 on this maybe, so it's not the end of the world if it's not my favorite thing ever, you know? Alright guys, so there you have it. This is my kind of everyday glam but not super glam look. This will be a really nice wear for work, and yeah, I'm just really excited I got to share it with you guys. Comment below on what your favorite product is that I used today, or something that you're excited to try out. And if you guys want me to do any reviews, any challenges, anything like that, just leave a comment and I'll start getting requests and I'll start doing them so I can start building up this channel. Alright guys, see you next time. Bye. Gonna do the eyeliner, not on Cause then I'll fuck it up. Sick.